Hello, Tab Nation. It's your boy Tom, and today we're going to be doing a AutoHotkey, somewhat of a tutorial. We're not going to really dive too deep into the code, just because I've recently did a video on using AutoHotkeys to do face detection. I had a user, I unfortunately can't remember his name and find the email where he sent it. Don't know what happened there, but shout out to the whatever his name is. But he kind of took my script and the idea and really took it to the next level. And instead of just doing face detection, he also added face tracking, which is really cool. Not only can it just track a single face, but it's able to track multiple faces and just kind of keep that live little box moving around on there. So let's take a kind of little bit of the look at the code. Like I said, I'm not going to go into it because, as you see, the main script right here is about 150 lines of code, but that's not all there is. As you see in this folder here, there's tons of scripts in here. There's some libraries. You might be familiar with gdip underscore all. It's a very popular library that everybody uses. So there's just too much to go over, so this is going to be kind of like a showcase instead, just to kind of expand off that last video I did with face detection and then sorting the images based on that. So definitely check that one out. It's a pretty cool video. It shows you how powerful really AutoHotkeys can be. But this is the main script here. It's just called, he just has what it's actually like, the instructions: F1 to set up, F4 to start, etc. So there's not really much to do here. The only thing you might be interested in is right here between the lines of 36 and 46. So basically, all these scripts are basically the exact same thing. It's just how fast they run. I just go with the last one here, child 834. That's basically the milliseconds and how fast it's running. I mean, to me, this is perfectly fine. It doesn't require a ton of CPU usage. For example, if you use child 000, that's going to acquire a lot of your CPU usage. When I use this, there is a bit of a lag. I don't really want that, so I'm going to go with the slowest one, which honestly, as you'll see here in a minute, is still just fast enough. But if you do want to change it, you do need it to be faster. All you got to do is just comment out this one and then just kind of uncomment the one you want to use, kind of like that. By default, the code, I don't know why he did it this way, but when it comes like this, it actually has all these uncommented. So you are going to need to right away go in and make sure you just comment out all of these except for the one you want to use. That was something that kind of really messed me up because I was like using this and I was like, wow, why is it using 100% of my CPU? And it's because it was running every single one of these, basically doing like 9 face detections at once. So it pretty much froze up my computer pretty badly. But yeah, basically that's really all you got to change, unless you do want to change the preset hotkeys. So to run the actual detection, it's F4 right now. Obviously change that to whatever you want. If you want it to be F10, for example, that thing. F1 is another one you can change to whatever you want. So I'm fine with F1, F4, but if you want something different, definitely just change those up. So that's really all you need to know about the script and what you need to change. After that, pretty much everything should not really need to be manipulated, I've found so far. Like I said, it's thousands and thousands of lines of code. I didn't go through all of it, but as far as I can tell, this is the only file where you would make some changes. Everything else should be good to just be left alone. Unless you want to slow it down a little bit more. Maybe you want to make your own child AHK folder and then just change the milliseconds within the folder, or just edit one of the pre-existing ones. Honestly, if you are going to be just using this one, if you really want, you could just go ahead and just delete all these and just keep the one you want to use. That's perfectly fine too. So yeah. Let's go ahead. One thing I do want to mention is, since this is a bunch of different things, I am going to actually turn this into a zip file since I don't want to create a ton of paste bins for every single file that's in here. So I'm going to create a zip file. I'll link it in the description below. Just unzip it and you'll just have that same folder that you just saw me having. So let's go ahead and run this. Let's make sure we're good. Yep. So open the folder. You're going to do the one that's just called F1 to set up. Double click that and it's running. So I'm just going to use a video here. Conan O'Brien, Team Coco there. If you don't know who that is, you should definitely check it out. He's hilarious. But I'm just going to use a quick video with him. So as we see right now, he's the only face in the picture, making I'm paused at a nice little spot there. So we're going to press F1. And we're just going to hold our left mouse button down and we're going to highlight. As you see, it's very easy to tell where it's going. It makes a nice bright yellow box, which is awesome. And you can let go. Okay, maybe I want to make it a little bit bigger or smaller. You can grab it again and move it around. There's a lot of stuff you can do. But once you're ready and you're saying, I'm happy with that, you can just go ahead and right click. And if you forget these instructions, as you see, there is a tooltip right there following my stuff. So we're going to go ahead and right click. And that's going to save those coordinates for us. So we're good to go on that. Now we're going to go ahead and press F4 to run that. So let me go ahead and play the video here. And I got it muted, obviously. So we're going to go ahead and push F4. And there we go. So as you see, it's tracking, puts a big box. Now there's two people. As you see, there's two boxes now. And it does it pretty good at tracking them. Like I said, I'm fine with the slowest one. Now, obviously, his face turns sideways, so it kind of loses him there for a second. But yeah, and we can push escape to go ahead and close out the program for us. And that's pretty much it. Not a lot to talk about here. Just wanted to kind of showcase this. I thought that was really cool. It's definitely a huge step up from the last video I did with face detection. Hopefully I can actually kind of convert this over into Python because I did a Python video too with the same premise. So I think I'm going to play around with that too. If you have any questions and want to just give me advice or whatever, definitely hit me in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button. I'm always throwing out 2 to 3 videos every single week. I will see you guys on the next one.